Oh, stop what you're doing. We had a minute of an echo, but it's gone. It's the afternoons with Josh, Ken, and Amanda. A silly look at a serious pink hoodie.
It doesn't matter when you listen, Ken.
It's always the afternoon.
I didn't think of anything funny. I was trying to throw her off a little bit, see if she could pick it up. Oh, Brigaton is in the house.
Oh my gosh. So I probably wouldn't have picked it up.
Mandy out.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, I think everyone's excited to see your face. I love that people love Josh and I on this show, but I love the messages of, when's Amanda coming back?
I'm sorry, you guys. Pregnancy is really hard.
It's brutal.
No, I'm kidding. I think I was working. I forget what I was doing.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have stopped
trying
there.
to provide for this family, Also, in case anybody is worried about my voice, I do have a slight cough cold thing that's apparently going around. I don't know. They say it's seasonal. It is not COVID. I have been tested since I've had symptoms, and I have been told it is not COVID. It is just the seasonal flu, cough, cold thing.
Good.
And no one should panic.
Yep.
Although I was slightly panicked when I started getting a cough.
So was I.
Oh, sure. You get a little scratchy throat and a dry cough, and you're like, that's it.
I'm done. It's over.
Yeah, I get it. Well, it's good to have the team here today.
It sure is, Ken. I'll tell you what else is going on here.
What's going on?
Is that our apartment building is currently under siege. We have been, we are under construction. They're retrofitting the building so it doesn't collapse in an earthquake. And it is pure just jackhammers, sledgehammers, shovels. There's a friggin' tractor out front. It's a scene, man.
But Josh, I told Josh today, he has a slightly too short of a temper because
sometimes, Ken.
The construction started yesterday, and we heard it yesterday. We've known that this was going to happen. We've known that our parking was being taken away. Oh. These are all things that have been really frustrating, and this is happening through December. So it's we have to get used to it or leave.
Yeah.
But Josh will just it'll be 3 minutes into the jackhammering, and we had a maintenance guy in here fixing something unrelated to the jackhammering, but he exploded and he was like, damn it, I can't handle this.
It was early,
Ken. This poor guy is geez, what's happening? I don't want to mess up. I don't want to upset this tenant just because his sink is cracked, you know? But I was you have the shortest temper. Also, we have lived here. Josh has lived here for 12 years.
Long time.
I moved into his bachelor pad. I was always the supportive wife and girlfriend, never asking him to move out, never saying it's time that we get the F out of here, even though that's how I felt for a while. Mm-hmm. I have been very supportive, and he is always the one who's trying to get me on board with staying longer. Mm-hmm. And I'm these temper tantrums about the building and where we live aren't helping your case because it just makes me want to leave more. I'm the fact that you bitch about 3 minutes of jackhammering when we're going to have this for 3 more months.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're asking me to still stay here and live here and have my baby here. You're not helping the argument at all.
Just stay. It's great.
We're not moving. Not before the baby. We're in a pandemic. And then he's like, God damn it, these friggin' jackhammers. I'm not going to do this anymore. And this fucking parking. I'm oh my God. Okay, well then. I answered the question. We're moving.
They took away all our parking spots, Ken. They took them away.
Your neighborhood. I don't want to give the exact location away. I know Lauren Romo and chat will fly out from Detroit just to stalk you all, right, Lauren? That's what Tiger fans do. No, your area is one of the areas in LA. I was going to the restaurant around the corner from you guys. This is before I knew you, Josh, and I had to go I couldn't. After 45 minutes, I just drove home.
Yeah.
The parking is horrible.
It's horrendous.
It's horrible on a good day. now that we have an entire building of people looking for street parking, it's just as bad. And at least there used to be like middle of the day, the parking would sort of open up because people went to work. Oh, no one's at work now. They're all working from home. So no one moves their cars.
Yep.
So we are just SOL when it comes to parking. And meanwhile, old Prego over here, who's going to be growing much bigger through December when this work is going to continue, is not complaining because guess what? It's our reality. So unless we're going to do something to change it, we can't complain.
That was the Viper Room barometer. When 140 degrees inside the Viper Room, and I look over and there's the Pregaton sitting there calm and just collected and like, hey, what are you going to do? And it's like, well, I can't complain. What am I going to do?
What's shocking, Ken, is this is the first time. Like, I am getting called out for getting a little upset one time. And then Amanda,
you're like, let me just be mad.
I did say, let me be mad for 5 seconds.
Wait a minute. I've used that line on Grace too, where I've like, can I express some anger in a situation?
Yes.
As I'm jamming HDMI cords into my laptop because Streamlabs is stupid. I was like, that cord,
Thank you, Ken. Thank you.
I don't know if we're right.
But Ken, I understand being frustrated when you are trying to like fit something or something is twisted. Like, you get like cords twisted and knotted.
I got my twisted.
And I understand that frustration because that is like you're working with your hands. You're like, oh my God. And it's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
Not like the continuous construction that we've known about for weeks now. To where like all of a sudden it's as if they just started and didn't tell us.
Yeah, Josh might have a problem there.
So there's no preparing for when you get frustrated with something like a cord or not, it won't fit into the thing. Because it's not,
It's true though. It flips though. I don't want to, Grace is never really here to defend herself, but like she'll get angry at other things. Gardeners, neighbors, gardeners, the 49 crows outside of our window screaming murder, 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 murder. And I'm more like, what are you going to do? So Kenny No Bothers is here. But then I try to get sound working on my Streamlabs to stream a skateboard game with the Wangers. I about went outside and murdered a stranger.
That'll happen. That will do it. And here's the thing is I try and stay unless it's the car, everything gets thrown out the window. If it's the car, and when I'm in the car, it is a totally new Josh. It's like, start the heavy metal, watch me explode on
yeah, but you are car Josh at
car
home.
Josh.
I'm not car Josh at home now. I was car Josh at home for all of 6 seconds. And then
but I'm saying with COVID, because you're not in the car as much, you've turned your home into car Josh.
That's wrong.
It's not wrong because you have temper tantrums.
2 other times. When would I have a temper tantrum again?
You scream about things when you're like frustrated or upset. You're like,
I think I like this show when Amanda's not on it. Way better.
It becomes a marriage counseling session, which is great content. Luke Skywanker's like, I'm not joking. I realized that the McCougars have been my favorite reality show in 2020.
I'll tell you what, Ken, here's the thing is we are not getting any kind of like rent break from them taking away our parking spots. I'm getting more steps in, which I think the other day I had like 11 steps.
Right.
So
again, no rent break. We could just not pay rent because, renters have more rights than tenants technically in California.
Yeah.
But Josh doesn't want to do that either because then like we have this whole issue, with the landlord and whatever. But again, I'm like, okay, if we're that pissed about it, yeah, there's no rent break. We're basically shit out of luck. We have no parking. We have to listen to jackhammers, all these things.
As opposed to getting jackhammered. So I'm like, am I right?
So I'm like,
that's how she got that baby in her.
Okay, you're disgusting. We could just
the frat jokes never ran.
We've had enough. We're going to move because they're not giving us a rent break. All these things add up to just it being a sign that we need to leave. But then when we sit down and talk about it, it's like, well, we can't. So you can fly bitch and complain about it. It's like, yes, we can talk all day about, the shitty landlords and management. But again, this this has been ongoing for like what, 12 years since you've lived here. I mean, they don't do anything for us here. You ask for them to fix your window in February and they came today. So here we are.
No, down. Yeah, no, I get it. Zach in chat says, Josh, Ken, Amanda, it's time to move somewhere less expensive. That's great. I
True.
Sure. I'd love to move to Wisconsin too. I also want my career. So
yes, exactly. So yeah.
Zach, you're the best. This is
the
what
only reason that I stay in California is because
our entire
my
families are here.
Otherwise,
John and Deb McCouga just went, what?
Well, Ben McCouga's here. Everybody else is here. My parents could get off their Pittsburgh keisters and get out here, but they don't.
If I wasn't as close with my sisters, I would say, we can catch up twice a year.
Maybe
Christmas
I should
and
start
Thanksgiving. But I'm so close with them. Like I see them all the time. I talk to them every day. So that would be very hard, which is, I'd happily leave California.
Ken, if you think about it, okay, we could do cutting the cheese in Wisconsin. It's the cheese state.
You know what? Now you're right. You just changed my mind. We could get season tickets to the Brewer games.
Bob Euchre would be our buddy.
Euchre. We could hang out with JTE. Like, you're right. This might be it. By the way, we have to launch cutting the cheese before JT decides to do it.
Yeah, because I think he may steal that idea like real quick. He'll just call it like slicing the cheddar, and he'll be like, guys, it was my idea first.
You know what I will say?
Amanda still hasn't approved the cutting the cheese yet.
I'm sorry, I'm back to weather now because I'm seeing some comments. But what a reason why I would also leave California right now is that I'm seeing all these people talking about how it's raining where they are, like in Tennessee. It's apparently raining and dreary, and that's my favorite weather. I want rain.
Because you didn't live with it like 250 days a year. You think it's fun now because you're in California and like, oh, it's raining. It's like the rain this year. Oh my God, it's so lovely.
Sweater weather is my favorite season.
Amanda says it now, but wait till she lives in it for like a full year.
We had rain all the time in Carmel, like Northern California. We had rain and gloom all the time.
Quick answer to Hitman Hudson's comment. Are you moving in with JT? That's a hard no.
Big no.
Hard no.
Big no. I shared car rides with him to know. I'm not opposed. I love other parts of this country. I've never been out of this country. I was getting ready to. I was doing the passport thing, and then this lockdown hit, and now I can't even get to the DMV to renew my driver's license. So, I would love to set up shop in Nashville or head up to where John lives out in Seattle, out north of there. I do all that, but I also really actually legitimately love California.
Yeah, I like California too. I wish there was a lot of things different about the state, but I love it here. I do.
I
have a love-hate relationship with Los Angeles sometimes, but I do love it more than I hate it. I really like a lot of parts of California. I mean, it's an amazing, amazing state. There's so much you can do.
Yes, I should say my judgment on California lately is just that of LA, and I hate LA. So I think I make...
What do you hate about LA? No
just Amanda being like trendy. I hate LA.
This is not me being trendy. The trendy thing would be me saying I love being in LA.
No, like everybody that moves here, they're like, I hate LA. I'd rather be like if I could do this somewhere else. I love New York.
I could do what I do everywhere else. The reason we're here is because of you, not me.
So you lived here before you met me.
I know, but now I have a job. I could go anywhere. I'm saying.
Did you meet her in like Montana? Did you meet Amanda in Bozeman, Montana?
Yeah, thank you for backing me up.
When I met you, I was still like, the opportunities I had to stay in LA. At this point, I don't, especially post-COVID world. I don't know that everything seems to be done virtually anyways.
Yeah. But I want to hear some concrete evidence, Amanda, why you don't like Los Angeles. No judgment. I'm not going to fight you on it unless it is that you like In-N-Out. That's the only thing I'll fight you on.
I think there's great things about about being in LA. Like, for instance, you have access to like every kind of great restaurant.
Mhm.
You have the mountains and the beach, but let's face it, we don't go to the mountains or the beach often enough that that really matters for us.
We can.
Sure. Okay.
We can, but again, I could also drive 2 hours to go somewhere if I didn't live here, and that would be fine. Anyway.
Okay.
I do like that there's like great food. There's many walking streets. Like you could park your car and walk.
Mhm.
You can park your car to walk somewhere.
Yes, but I mean, like, I guess I like, which actually I shouldn't even say I like that because I never do that. I don't like park on Melrose and then walk up and down. So yeah, I guess that this is so sad, but I think the top thing for me is just the food choices here are great. The reason that I don't like it is the accessibility. Like nothing is simple. Parking is difficult. There's, like you said, the DMV. I mean, it is just, we're so also overpopulated in LA. So like anytime you need to go to the DMV or get your passport done or whatever, like it's always a shit show because there's crowds or hordes of people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's never any parking. And then there's just no sense of community. I know that you can find that within pockets outside Los Angeles, like,
right. Yeah.
Well, little suburbs outside,
yeah,
LA proper, but there just is it's not kid friendly. There's no like sense of community where, your neighbors are all like I couldn't go knock on my neighbor's door and ask for something or ask them to like babysit for an hour while I run out. We just
don't.
You don't want to move out of LA. You want to move to 1952.
Yeah.
Yes. I like the suburbs. I like strip.
Have you tried Burbank? Have you looked at Burbank? The best school in the area.
Big and busy for me. I want like just a downtown with a few restaurants, a grocery store, a Target.
That's Burbank.
I'll send you pictures.
Come on down. Burbank. I like Burbank, but it is still, I don't want to raise my kids anywhere in an LA suburb.
I don't know about this. I mean, it's like they always say, like, sure, I would love to move to Nashville. Then I'd be in Nashville. Like, against
I think you'll always find things about that you don't love about where you live.
Yeah.
But I think that for me, LA, the cons outweigh the pros for me.
Look, you also, again, going back to the story I told, you guys specifically live in an area that I would never touch if I didn't have to see Josh.
Yeah.
So it's fair. Look, I joke about Nashville. I love that city. I love I love New York. I love this. I grew up in a small town, Arroyo Grande, California. Is God's country. It's beautiful. Also, I knew one black person in the entire city, and that I wouldn't want to be there now because of some of the conversations that my old friends up there have. Where I'm like, hey,
Facebook is a dark place sometimes.
Hey, yeah. So that's just personal choice. The most important thing is we all can agree that In-N-Out is the mushiest piece of crap burger in the world, and that's not a reason to stay. That's the only thing.
Which burger?
In-N-Out. It's the worst.
It's fine. It's good until you have other burgers, and then you're like, well, it's not as good. Yeah. It's better than all the fast food burgers, but it's not as good as like Shake Shack.
I'm not a big In-N-Out fan.
As you should not be.
Lauren Romo says, look up the golf courses in northern Michigan. You will be impressed. I'm sure I will. I'm sure there's lovely golf courses in northern Michigan that I can only really play 4 to 5 months of the year. I like to be able. I listen. Once you get used to the weather in Southern California, okay, going back to cold at a consistent time, like I always say to Amanda, go to Pittsburgh on a Wednesday in February and tell me that you like it there. It is.
I don't disagree with you. I'm not saying that I would like it and want to move there. I agree. I've been to Pittsburgh.
Well, look, again, Amanda grew up in Carmel by the sea. which is this beautiful, wonderful artisan sweater city. I get it.
Right.
I grew up near, there's pictures of the Arroyo Grande Village. Look it up. It's this historic 1908 bridge. There's like
bridge.
They've got more restaurants now. There's this great restaurant, free advertising, called the Mason Bar. Every time I'm in town, I want to go there. You'd love it, Josh. You'd love it, Amanda. And my friends in town there are like, one of my friends is like always like, great, let's go. But because he's like, everyone here is like, this is just too trendy for like an LA style bar. I'm like, this is why I can't live here, but it's the best. So I get where Amanda's coming from. No judgment, no snark. I get where she's coming from. I just love this city. What do
you think Amanda's episode on cutting the cheese would be like? Do you think she would actually make a good grilled cheese, or do you think she would complain the whole time that she doesn't like the show?
This is the show. Amanda, what would you put on your grilled cheese sandwich?
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, I would put, cheese, obviously.
What kind
Do
of
I have
cheese?
to say what kind of cheese?
Yes. Jesus Christ. Cheese. That's our slogan, Ken. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so I put
The
cheese on it? Yep. Okay. And
No,
then
the cheese. I just was thinking about the other things I would add. The cheese, I don't know. That's hard. All melted cheese is good. Okay, it depends. Like if I'm wanting,
that's a good slogan too. All melted cheese is good.
if I wanted to do something a little bit more like fancy today,
Or
I would
artisan.
go with like brie with like some fig jam and apple, maybe little sweet version. Otherwise, if I'm gonna go with like the OG grilled cheese, I'm gonna add avocado and tomato.
Oh yeah, little cheddar or American.
This is good.
Cheddar.
I'm so hungry.
A little swirl of both.
I think Amanda should maybe put some manchego on there.
Oh no. This is good. By the way, this is why we do the show, Josh. The first one she pitched is this real kind of like wonderfully highbrow grilled cheese sandwich that I want to try, that I don't want to judge, I want to try. And the other one, like, yeah, that is after school. Mom just made grilled cheese with tomatoes and avocado.
Boom. I might even add some sprinkling of some bacon in there.
I'm so hungry, man.
Oh,
I didn't eat today. I've been so busy recording shows and stuff. And I had to go on that mission, the mission, Josh, this morning. I had to go on that mission. I swung up to the coffee shop and I got a little donut. And that's all I've eaten all day. And those things, the sugar, the bad calories just kind of leave, burn off real quick. And I'm starving. And we're talking about grilled cheese. God bless it.
See, Amanda has been really craving some good donuts, and I've been a terrible husband. I need to go out and find a good donut shop around to surprise her with some donuts, because she went to Starbucks and got a donut the other day, and then she ate half of it, and it's stuck in our kitchen for 2 days. And then when I tried to throw it away, it was like as hard as
Because I realized, okay, my favorite donut of all time is the old fashioned.
Yeah, the Starbucks old fashioned, pretty good. I'll tell you this. I used to get them all the time.
Okay, but I want it to be. I know this sounds weird. I want it to be harder. Like the Starbucks old fashioned is not as good as like the grocery store
right
old fashioned. I want the like bumps. I don't know what I want. The old fashioned is like bumpy.
Yeah, it's bumpy. It's rough. No, I know what you mean. I
probably prefer
jagged.
Chocolate. I probably prefer a chocolate one, but I love a good old fashioned glazed.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that's what I was getting at Starbucks, but it wasn't really the same. Their dough is a little softer and drier. I don't like that. I like crispy outside.
Yeah, their old fashioned. It looks like a what is that? Sponge cake almost.
Yeah.
And it's a light glaze. It's all over. It's sticky. I used to get it at the Northridge Mall every day. There was a Starbucks open up inside the mall. That's why I was 20 pounds heavier then. So I understand it. But yeah, no, I know the good old fashioned, jagged, bumpy old fashioned. Giggity. That's what I want.
Yeah. Josh has been a great husband. He's downplaying it. He does make me think a lot. And really any food I want, he's like, you hungry? Yeah. What do you want? Okay, I'll do it. And then he makes it for me.
Definitely helping this tire.
The only thing that I realize, like if I send him to the grocery store, he comes back with surprises, which is so sweet, but they're not surprises that he thinks I'll actually
I got her snack packs the other day, Ken. When was the last time you had a snack pack?
Okay.
What kind of snack pack?
Things that I'm currently eating or craving. It's not like I mentioned to him like, ooh, I'm really craving some tapioca pudding. And then he happens to be at the grocery store and gets it because he heard me. And he's like, wow, I'm listening to my wife when she talks to me. he goes and buys things that are on sale and then brings them home to me. He's like, babe,
Oh,
I
like
brought
that's
some
an
surprises.
issue. Old full price McGee over here
He's
just
like,
buying stuff.
No, but he's like, babe, I brought you some surprises. I'm like, ooh, what is it? He's like, tapioca snack packs. I'm like, okay.
Let me say,
also,
if we were a gay couple together,
soup that was on sale. I'm like,
it
what?
wasn't on sale. It was full price, but it was Panera pre-made soup at Target.
He loves Panera, I guess.
But she loves chicken tortilla soup. Ken, every time we go somewhere, Amanda, she orders or she says, ooh, chicken tortilla soup. So I got it for her. Oh, sorry, I'm a bad husband.
I can just see Amanda doing that. Ooh, chicken tortilla soup.
I do. I just hadn't mentioned it in quite a while or had tortilla soup in quite a while.
So boom, Ken.
So sometimes I think he just buys me things as surprises that are just on sale.
I'm really getting
this
crushed here today, Ken. This is
getting crushed.
Bonkers.
You're getting crushed, but I'll submit this in Josh's defense. LA is expensive. So full price McGee maybe make it a little worse by not getting the discounted half off day old snack packs.
No wonder we can't move. Full price over here gets 47 Amazon packages a day.
He couldn't. Okay, first of all, they're essential items.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but can I ask you this? Because we have this going on at the house too. I'm told we need to be an environmentally conscious house. I'm in full support of that. Full support of that. Every other day, a box of a $4.13 item from Amazon shows up with the truck, the box, the plastic, and one item. Is there any way, Amanda, you can plan it out and get it all in one bulk run?
So this is the problem. Amazon should be better about this because I agree with you. I would rather wait a few extra days for my packages if they could put them all in one.
Right.
But you're right. When you order, like if I order 10 things on Amazon at one time, they won't all come together. Sometimes they do, but in most cases they do not. So I end up getting like 4 boxes instead of 1. And it's like my 10 items split up into 4 or 5 boxes.
Okay.
Sometimes 10, I don't,
Look, I'd get in trouble for suggesting it at the house that there's something.
I think that's an Amazon thing though. Can there be, or maybe there is and I haven't seen it, like something where it says, package my items together. The problem with Amazon though is some of them come straight from the dealer, so it's not actually coming from an Amazon warehouse.
Yeah, it's a little murky. Some random white.
People are yelling Amazon pantry in here.
I haven't tried the Amazon pantry. Food.
Groceries, like
yeah, food thing. We have done a little bit.
How is that different from Prime or Prime Now?
Well, I think it's all the same. And then you order your food, you can order, and someone goes and gets it, and then it's like Instacart.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. But I use Prime Now for delivery of like food and perishables.
All in one box.
Not the same as pantry.
Prime Now. Hey.
I definitely. This is why when people say, Ken, why don't you put your podcast on YouTube? This is my prop cigarette for Dutch Allen, but I have a nervous habit, so I record my podcast like this. Now people think I'm smoking. This is why I don't want to have podcast. This is a show. It's not just a podcast. Like 4 cents. This is why I'm not on camera.
Show.
I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
Really?
Never.
I haven't either.
My mom said don't do it, so I didn't do it.
You're a good kid, Ken. My mom said don't do it, so I bought a pack of Marlboro Reds and hid them in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, different. My mom's like, don't drink. So I was 26 when I first tried a strawberry daiquiri.
Ooh.
I didn't tell my mom for 4 years.
Your first drink was a strawberry daiquiri? That's actually pretty sweet.
A friend of mine, a lady friend, I was trying to impress her. She's like, it was like a party. And I remember having it and thinking I was going to spontaneously combust and go to hell.
Zach Anderson asks in the chat, am I the only one that still enjoy going to the grocery store and shopping? No, I'm not. I love it. I love it.
I like it too. I shouldn't say I like it. I don't mind it. I'll happily go.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I miss it. We finally went to the little mini Target.
The hallway Target.
Yeah, the hallway Target, masked up and did a little shopping, and it felt so good to have. And I've loved Instacart has saved me, and it's opened me up to new items that I wouldn't have thought. Like, let me try this. There, arugula. But like to go back and feel the shopping kind of just experience of choice out in front of you. I feel fortunate and blessed that we have that. Anyways, but to get back to it, I'm with you, Zach. There's something kind of relaxing about shopping.
Ooh. I love the aisles. I love, checking the whiskey
He
prices. Maybe there's a whiskey on
he
sale.
loves checking prices, and he loves
Some
seeing
gum,
what's
maybe
on
some
sale.
Pringles, a shrimp,
Ooh.
some meat.
There's some Devil's Food cookies on sale. Never ate them, but I bet they're good. I'm just going to spend the money anyways because they're on sale.
Hit it.
I love it. Do you go up and down every aisle regardless? Just every aisle? Every aisle. I go up and down.
Yeah, no, I mean, half of them, I guess. Here's the thing is I forget what I'm looking for in certain aisles. So then I go down other aisles. And I'm like, ooh, piece of candy kind of a thing, forgetting that those items existed. Oh, there's that. Oh, look at the size of that cheese box. It's real small and adorable. We should get it.
I actually get very overwhelmed in grocery stores like Ralph's or Albertsons or Giant Eagle. For some reason,
Giant Eagle's a Pittsburgh
only
location.
shop well in like a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, Amanda's real good at her Trader Joe's.
Small. Everything is organized.
Double tap.
I know exactly where everything is. Like in a large grocery store, I'm so confused. I'm like,
Trader Joe's. Look, I actually love a lot of Trader Joe's items. The ones we have in LA, man, like it's a fist fight every time just to get through the aisles.
See, not ours.
Is quite lovely.
Ours is really nice.
Yeah.
Everyone out here in the valley, other than the one kind of near where Collider used to be, but even the parking lot's a mess there. So So Grace and I, it's almost broken us up before, like just going to Trader Joe's. So the tension, the parking lot situation, and then I have to wait like with the cart, like at this part of the store because I can't move, and so she's got to go get the food she likes, the Trader Joe's, agenda food she gets, and it's a problem for me.
See, Ranger Donald says it's perfect. Oh, look, that is new. I got to try it now. That's me every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should we take a little break?
We're going to take a break. I do love Curbside Profit. Says, I'm the only brown man when I go to Trader Joe's. I get intimidated. Yeah, that'd be a problem because Trader Joe's is also marketing some other agendas. And anyways, that's a different conversation. I'm with you, Curbside Profit. I'm not a brown man there with you, but I'd back you up in a Trader Joe's. All right. You need problems in a Trader Joe's, you call me.
I love the cop in the one parking lot of the Trader Joe's down on like 3rd and La Brea. Because his job is insane. I mean, there's old women yelling at him. There's young women. There's women in sports bras and tight pants. And they're just screaming at him for parking spots. And notice I didn't say any man in that situation.
All right. On that note, I think we better take a break.
There you go.
Survives. But if you're watching live on YouTube, stick around. We'll have some bonus content during the break while Uncle Ken switches the files. This is the Afternoons with Josh, Ken, and Amanda. A silly look at Trader Joe's.
It doesn't matter when you listen, Ken. As long as none of the brands make sense the first couple times you go to the grocery store.
It's always the Afternoons.
Boom. All right, we're here live on YouTube. Ken, so show me your moo makes these like moo trucker hats. Chicks dig them. But I've never been like a trucker hat guy, but I mean, I can't. When trucker hats came back on the scene, there was a very funny moment. I was in at Penn State because it was like 2004, maybe 2003 when like those Von Dutch hats came back.
Oh God, yeah.
And Hardy, and you were like, dudes, check out this sick trucker hat. Like, I got this John Deere hat. It's like kind of retro, but like sick, bro. So there was this dude, and we had like a Penn State local cable broadcast kind of a thing, right? Yeah. And they would do like the morning news, and it would be students, and then they would have like different shows. So this dude I knew, I'm not going to say his name, but a teacher in a business class came up and was like, there's a lot of trends that just come back in. Like, for instance, right now, trucker hats or something. And he pulls this picture up of this show. And he's like, now this kid looks really stupid in this trucker hat, but I guess and he totally like blasted this kid. And I was like, yeah. And from then on, I could never wear a trucker hat because the entire class was just laughing at this dude that I knew. And it was this teacher just putting him on blast. And it was awesome.
See, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I can't do it.
I have some girlfriends that wear them. I don't get it. I think also I have a really small head, so I can't wear them anyways. They look ridiculous. So I think it's like, it's not the vibe.
No, not the vibe. I am. Liz Fair released some merchandise in celebration of, I think, 25 years of the Whip Smart album.
Okay.
And, it's a hat. I was like, well, I'm going to add the cart. And it's like a trucker hat. I just can't. And maybe I will. I can't.
No way.
Bonus
Nothing wrong with truckers, but why did we make them? Now they're just stuck with that name.
I don't know. It's an honor of the truckers. It's an honor of Large Marge. That's why
I don't think that even Sylvester Stallone's hat and over the top was exactly like a mesh trucker hat. I think it was a straight up hat.
I don't remember over the top as much as you do.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We should answer this one on YouTube because Jonathan Yar, are you guys watching The Boys season 2? What are your thoughts? I haven't seen The Boys, but you're a TV guy at Makuga. Have you watched The Boys?
Boys is solid. Season 2 has been much better than season 1. Amanda hates it.
Totally weird. I haven't watched it, so
it's very
weird. I only
weird.
see it when it's on, and every time I look at the TV, something really weird's happening. So
that's fair.
I can't get on board. All I know is I saw something with breast milk, and it got real weird.
Yeah,
that's never not weird.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show here. The file is switched. Oh, well, look at this. Zach Anderson says, as a truck driver, it's just accepted as a trucker hat. Baseball cap is better. All right, yeah. I mean,
well said, Zach. Well said. I went to high school with a Zach Anderson, but it was spelled with an H, not a K.
I get confused sometimes when I'm spelling Zach's name.
I like it with a K too better.
K's good.
Zach. It's Zach.
K's good. All right, here we go.
Coming back because they're great
on the podcast side. Welcome back to the afternoons with Josh, Ken, and Amanda. We are here discussing grocery shopping, LA, moving out of LA, staying in LA. It's a show that's going exactly as we didn't plan. I am Ken Napzok, and this is the afternoons, a silly look at a serious world.
It doesn't matter when you listen, Ken, as long as you've insulted anyone that's ever worn a trucker hat in the break.
It's always the afternoons.
Did you forget?
No, I was trying to think of something else to say.
That's you don't need. You're the pregnant one here. You got carte blanche to do whatever the hell you want for the next what is it, 3.5, 4 months? What is it? How does it work?
Oh, like how far along, or how long do we have left?
Yeah, what's the gestation?
What's the gestational age?
Gestation. What's it like?
We have like 4.5 months left. We're halfway almost.
We got the creepy little candle wax pictures from Amanda's last sonogram where like the baby looks like it's in like carbonite.
That's great. I love that. That's that one joke I brought back from my old stand-up routine that clearly works.
Say that again.
I have the sonogram joke of my stand-up act that I brought back from my old act 5 years ago, and clearly works. I'm putting quotation marks around it.
It's hot bits. Bits. Speaking of stand-up and such, you have a live gig coming up.
We do. I'm glad you remembered to promote the show that's going to put food on my table for at least 4 days. Please go to catnapsock.com, go to the events tab, and you'll find a link to the show. Riley's Cantina Live. Mark Riley's Star Wars YouTube show is going to go live, and I'll be there for the festivities and other special guests to be confirmed and announced soon. We're doing a Star Wars comedy variety show kind of thing. Going to be something different than what we do on each of our Star Wars shows. It's going to be live. There's a VIP ticket process. You get an exclusive T-shirt, add-on stuff, and then that gets you into an exclusive Q&A. And it's going to be fun. There's also general admission. It is live October 10th, 7 p.m. Pacific. But if you miss it that night or you're working or something, it'll be live for a couple more days on demand on Mark Riley's YouTube channel for whatever it's worth there. So there you go. That's the show coming up October 10th. Going to be fun, Joshy.
Yeah, buddy. And it's live from...
we are in El Cid on Sunset Strip, which is a nice restaurant with a big performance area in the back and everything.
Yeah.
No one in the audience there. We'll be doing it to an empty room, but you guys will all be watching, much like the Viper Room show.
Empty-ish. We'll be there. A couple people spread out 6 feet apart, yelling in the masks.
Yeah, we'll do it. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like the Viper Room.
There, or
what's that?
Oh, if there's AC there.
I do believe we have asked. I mean, the Viper Room had it too, and that didn't help. So, but it won't. We're not anticipating it being the hottest day of the year.
Good. Yes, I think that's a much needed respite. 107 degrees and no AC in an old rock.
Oh my God, that was so
The
nice.
recipe for success and disaster.
Yeah, Eddie Harrell, Haskell 420. I got my VIP Tixon shirt first thing Tuesday when my cable and internet finally came back. Well, make sure that's going first.
Yes.
I think the exclusive thing. It's cool. It's a Brian Ward designed shirt. It's me and Riley as Kenner Star Wars action figures. It's a cool exclusive shirt. You're only going to get it there. So, best way I think is to go to kennapzok.com, go to the events page, and link to to the ticket site from there.
Hot.
Cool.
Hot.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, man. Yeah, I always forget. I'm bad at promoting things. I just forget.
Send me the link and I'll keep tweeting it because clearly, I'm better at it than you.
You are. No, you are. You're really good at it. I'm trying. Trying hard. That one guy, Mel, says there's an option to get all your order delivered on Amazon. Yeah. No. There is.
Tell you this.
I'm just convinced
to look for it because I didn't realize that. Or maybe
I'm just convinced you're ordering it on every different day, and that's part of the problem.
Well, that's also part of it. I definitely do that too.
So look at this. Curbside Prophet 13 saying, I'm having my drive-by baby shower that night, but I'm still going to buy tickets. That's what I call a real straight up just gentleman.
And Curbside Prophet set up here. He's 2 months away from having a baby. And 2 months. Curbside Prophet, take your baby right away to Trader Joe's so that when he or she grows up, won't be intimidated by the interior of a Trader Joe's. They have great pre-made salads, great pre-made meals, really good pre-made burritos. The frozen food selection is top notch. I'm talking.
Ooh, I just tried some new mini chicken tacos from there.
Delish.
Pretty good.
They got great fruits and their Greek yogurt is on point. The meats, and I'll tell you what, the best.
They don't have the best meat.
I don't know. The best part about Trader Joe's is the prices on wines and alcohols, mostly wine.
This is all he looks at for grocery shopping.
Booze.
Just so we're clear, that's the second time he's mentioned that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's. I go to a liquor store up the street here that there's a good chance you're always going to be held up, and when you go in or out of it, and it just adds a little bit of danger to getting your alcohol. And I think that's what my mom warned me about. That's
Matthias Polacco, the legend that is the playlist maker, the playlist matchmaker. I've never his profile pic here on YouTube, quite artsy, very nice background there.
Yeah,
nice
good shot.
Profile. He says, if you want to see more of Josh, Ken, and Ellis, watch Matt No's show, Settle the Score, which went out today. I got to be honest, I had a blast on that show. I had a really good time. I
did too. I just didn't do as well, so I felt stupid. But you and Ellis were great, and it was fun. And it's a great show.
I mean, anybody. I love people that can play the piano and just like, and then they're just musically talented. I always wanted to be musically talented. Ken, I took piano lessons for 10 years, but I was worthless.
I have that tambourine. Yeah, Andy Merriweather is great, and he will be. I can say he is confirmed for that show on the 10th. And I might as well just say it. Bakugo will be involved. There's something going on. You know, we haven't signed any contracts with you yet, but
I just went on Amazon Prime and ordered like 45 gallons of carbonite, and I think you guys are freezing me on stage, right?
Oh gosh, I actually would love to do that. If let's do a live carbonite, that'd be.
I mean, I'd go like full David Blaine. Yeah,
maybe
carbonite. Let's see if Amanda can get the carbonite question. Amanda, what is carbonite?
Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know.
So in the end of Empire Strikes Back, Harrison Ford gets frozen in this stuff called carbonite, and then they have to defrost them in the third one. I think it's called defrosting, right, Ken?
That works for me. This is great. I'm so proud of you, John.
Because I don't know what carbonite is either, really, other than just a chemical in Star Wars.
It's a thing. I don't I don't watch Star Wars for that kind of stuff. I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson. I just want to know the emotions. Yes.
Yeah. Mike just asked, did Ken say he had a tambourine? Ken, when you were going through your shed looking for that microphone that unfortunately does not work, did I see a tambourine in there, or was that a bongo?
You did see a tambourine.
I thought so.
Tambourine. It's right there in that box.
Yep.
Yes, Josh saw the tambourine that I purchased. There's a music shop in on Grand Avenue in Arroyo Grande, California, across from a restaurant called CJ's, roundabout. CJ's is owned by my friend's uncle, so shout out to them. And in 1995, I wanted to be a rock star, even though it was a rock DJ. I wanted to be a rock star. So my friends and I formed like a band.
Yes.
That was kind of comedy related, but kind of we wanted it to be real, and I didn't know what to play, so I went into that shop. I proudly bought a tambourine.
Yeah, you did.
Is a tambourine a rock band thing?
Not really. I mean, look, I'm a big Oasis fan. Liam Gallagher's always got a tambourine, so that's where I was going for. It's like, well, if Liam can do it, like, all right, let me do it. But generally, yeah, when I bought when I was in that music shop, it's one of those shops where I was like, they're like, oh, can we help you look for anything? I was like, got any tambourines? They're like, okay.
I will say this: when the Steelers won the Super Bowl in 2007, Ken, I was in Pittsburgh. Okay, and after they won, the city erupted. Bars were just swimming with people, and we walked into this one bar, and there was a house band playing, and I saw there was an empty stool on stage and a tambourine just sitting on the stool. And I pointed to the tambourine and I looked at the lead singer and I gave him a thumbs up and he gave me a thumbs up. I proceeded to go on stage and just play it like hammered, playing this tambourine, just like and playing it. And then before you know it, I was playing it like on my leg, right? Just like, like doing a hardcore tambourine on the leg. And when I woke up, I had the biggest bruise on my leg from whacking that tambourine so hard. But it was a great night. Tambourines.
Yeah. Nothing says getting drunk celebrating a Steeler win by whacking a tambourine too hard on your leg.
Correct. That is correct.
Tambourine, 1 grade of wood blocks.
Where's that one? Tambourine.
1 grade. Oh, yeah.
The wood blocks are tough, though, because they make a distinct sound, so you don't want to mess up.
You got to get it right. I bet there's a lot of people in downtown Carmel by the Sea that play a mean wood block.
Yes.
For sure. I like the one with the wood stick, and I don't know what this is called, but it's like a wood.
Here we go. Where is this going? Amanda, now she's coming in hot with wood instrument questions.
Yes, it's a wood instrument with like divots in it, and then you string the wood stick on it.
Oh, the old caraca. No, that's not right.
It's round with divots.
Anybody?
You, like
the quarter? Oh, you. Okay, yeah.
It's like a washboard, but it's actually like you pay for it instead of just like stealing it from like an antique store.
Actual.
So Amanda listens to jug bands, is what I'm hearing.
So it's like this shape, right? Without the stickers, obviously, and then you take a pen, say like this wrapper, and you're like,
yeah, okay. It sounds like something Rusted Root would use on a B-side.
Yes.
Totally. Here's Send Me on My Way, all instrumental.
Send me on my way. Yeah, that's what it would be. It's still, I mention all the time because it still blows my mind that band's from Pittsburgh. I would have absolutely thought Sedona, Arizona.
Nope. All a bunch of Yinzers. We have like 4 famous-ish rock people that are from Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
You have Rusted Root.
Okay.
You have Donnie Iris.
Got it. Okay. And
you have the Clarks. You ever heard of the Clarks?
I do know the Clarks. They had some hits in the mid 90s.
Mid to late 90s. Yeah. Penny on the Floor.
Yep.
There was like 4 or 5 songs that went national. They are from Pittsburgh. And there is a band. Well, Ben Folds basically was born in Pittsburgh, but he's not necessarily from Pittsburgh.
You can claim it. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Goopy G says, and Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is not per se a rock star, but if you want to, Michael Keaton is the greatest rock star of all time without even playing an instrument.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. Oh, Christina Aguilera is from Pittsburgh, but she says she's from friggin' Florida like a doucher. And she's
really? Yeah, that's right. I always thought she was down there. She's Pittsburgh. Wow.
She's from Pittsburgh.
When are we getting that documentary? Are you guys going to watch the Paris Hilton documentary on YouTube? It's been out for a little bit, but I'm planning to watch it.
I think I might.
Know. What?
I think I might. Whatever.
I'm not in. I don't know why. I have like no interest
I know we talked about it recently because I talked about my sex dream of Paris Hilton was me in a cafe giving her advice on men. But really, I mean, Amanda, this question is really for you. You're not going to sit down and watch a Paris Hilton doc?
No, I don't really. This sounds bad. I wish her well. I just don't really care about her life. That sounds so mean. I've just never really been a huge Paris Hilton fan, so I don't know that like knowing about her life will change or benefit mine in any way. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think the doc is supposed to change people's perceptions they've had of her for the last 20 years. But your point is you don't even have a perception of her. You're just like, I really don't
have an opinion of her at all. It's not good or bad. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to her career very closely, aside from like That's Hot Show or whatever it was called with Nicole Richie, which was pretty funny. But
it was.
I don't know much about her, so I just am not. I don't know that I want to spend however long to watch it. I wouldn't say absolutely not, but if someone told me, "Wow, you got to watch it," you'll change your whole, I don't know. Then maybe I'd give it a try, but.
Yeah. Sorry, I got another text from Mark Riley. He almost called me again. I know he doesn't remember when we go live, but I would have loved if he accidentally called in again. I would have
again 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. I hear you, Amanda. It was asked, answered. I don't go around saying I'm a giant Paris Hilton fan, but I am fascinated because she was so huge she was everywhere and everything for a while.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me. I just want to know more. Want to know more.
That was like the celebrity when you came to LA. Like if you had friends from Pittsburgh or wherever, college, and you're out and somebody would just be like, I hope I see Paris Hilton. Right.
Well, and again, I told the story. I want to remix it over, but I met her during my security days and talked to her and it was surreal. It's still, so I still talk about it. It's just like, it was in the height of all that.
Well, and, like Ken, that's hot.
She said no thank you to me. It was great because I offered her a private dining area because her and one time was Nicole Richie. They order barbecue, they sit down, they pretend to eat it, paparazzi takes a picture, then they get up like they're all bothered and they leave the food. Like that happened all the time.
Ken, what's that chicken place with the really good hot chicken sandwich in the farmer's market? It's like at the front entrance near the pizza place.
Oh, you're talking about the Texas barbecue place? Right through you go through gate 2. There's the jewelry store on one side.
Buffalo chicken sandwiches at Tanner and Kayla's. Remember that one time we got those?
Oh, I don't remember the name.
Oh man, that was like I'm like now we keep talking about food. I'm
so hungry. I'm so hungry. We're gonna have to cut this episode short soon because I'm starving. That's a good question. Mateus asked, which documentary would Amanda prefer to watch, The Last Dance or Paris Hilton's? You probably already were forced to watch Last Dance, Amanda.
Right? I saw some of The Last Dance, which actually I'll say because I never grew up really as a basketball fan or knowing many of the players. I mean, obviously I knew, the big guys, but
they're all pretty big. She's talking about big as in global.
Yeah, sorry, not height. That was interesting to me because I truly knew nothing about basketball or these guys' careers at all. Like Paris Hilton, I sort of know.
Yeah, you have context.
I get the fascination. I know the show. I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't seen The Last Dance yet either. Josh, do they use Last Dance with Mary Jane from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers in the documentary?
No, they don't. But the best VHS tape ever made is the 1991-92 Chicago Bulls Learning to Fly, where they use a lot of Tom Petty's Learning to Fly. So that's a consolation because my brother and I used to watch that all of the time. And I think they play at the beginning of that, they play that instrument like gung, 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 gung,
yeah, they did. Train got wings coming down.
Because that season was The Last Dance.
Mary Jane, one more time to heal the pain. All right. Yeah.
Have we hit it?
We've hit it. I'm starving. I can't tell you guys how hungry I am. I'm starting to get the shakes.
Just before we let you go real quick, Zach Anderson wants us to know Mark Ruffalo is from Wisconsin.
I saw that. I love that. I love that we were just laying down all these Pittsburgh legends like Rusted Root, Don Iris, Dave Filoni,
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera, the Clarks, and he's like
Wait,
Mark
also,
Ruffalo.
Ranger Donald just said, I like the hotels.
Paris Hilton hotels.
Hotels are good too.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Mateus is right. Lost opportunity not using that song. So, they use Prince, Party Man. Okay.
Let's dance. Put on your red shoes.
Blues. Your buddy, David Bowie.
Or dance.
I want to end. It's just like a comic, one of those comics that's on stage and gets the big laugh and then goes on for 7 more minutes going, what should I end on? I'm so hungry.
What else? Oh, in the news, have you seen it, Ken? Yeah. What else? The news lately, there is a headline, not sure if you guys saw it, but a man in Oklahoma married his dog.
Hey, every comic that gets a sitcom that goes back to the improv the week after they get it. All right, what should I talk about?
Yeah, what should I
talk about?
Well, I have one last thing to say. I hope everyone is registered to vote. And go to vote.
Yeah.
Exercise their rights.
Yeah.
Party.
Yes. And I hope that you all choose to support women's rights.
There you go. I'm glad you brought that up, Amanda, because on the election registration day, that was kind of that hashtag and everything. I at the end of the day, I was like, I'm registered. I clicked on one of those links and I was like, takes 2 seconds. Let me check. It said I wasn't registered.
So
I had to re-register.
The same thing happened to me. And this, I double checked a couple months ago because I received a notice saying we're just confirming that this is your address.
Yeah.
You don't need to send us back anything if it is, but it was to my maiden name. And I was like, that's weird. I voted last year under the last election under my married name. So why did it come in my maiden name? So I checked if I was registered and under my married name, and I wasn't, even though I voted as Amanda Makuga before. So I have no idea why that is. It makes no sense to me. Very confusing. But if you aren't sure, or even if you are, just double check if you haven't re-registered or checked in a while. Yeah. I suggest everybody just double check that they are registered, because the worst thing would be on election day. I mean, I think in some states you can, I don't know if it's every state, but you can still register all the way up till election day, but just do it ahead of time. So you don't have to if you don't want to go to the polling place, you don't have to, whatever.
I've mailed in my votes for years, so that's what I'll do. And but I when you said married name, I thought it was like Stella, like my married name, Stella Gordon.
Really quick, just to end this episode on a really low note, Sizzler filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Ken, it's tough.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, this has been coming for a while. The one near me closed last year. Yeah. Hot Blizzard Nights, the podcast kind of died. There's one left in LA area, I think. One in Eagle Rock had closed a while ago. We saw this coming. The one that I used to go to is now a dentist office.
Yeah.
And I know I've done something right, because about every other day, someone I know, sometimes people I haven't talked to in a while, will text me, "Hey man, so sorry to hear about Sizzler."
I mean, listen, when people know that you like something, they legitimately, I have friends that still text me pictures of Taco Bells in places.
Right. See? And that means I've done something right. I've done that. I've re-registered to vote. I've got tested recently for COVID, and I'm negative, by the way, friends. I've done everything I can to be a productive citizen. I'm just going to miss Sizzler.
Ranger Donald kind of says it's best, check yourself before the country wrecks itself. I don't know.
True. I love that slogan. If he made that up, that's amazing. That should be the new vote slogan.
All right.
True though.
I'm gonna make a couple garden burgers. It's gonna be great.
Oh wow, Ken, that sounds so delicious.
It's good. You're gonna love it one day. All right, that's it. The Afternoons with Josh, Ken, and Amanda. A silly look at a hungry world.
Doesn't matter when you listen, Ken, as long as you're still thinking about whatever burger oh God, I'm just thinking.
That is the horrible send off.
Doesn't matter when you listen, as long as you're thinking about eating some hamburgers.
It's always time to register to vote.
That is
the afternoons.
All right, that one's in the can. Good
Thank
stuff.
you.
Good stuff, friends. Yeah, you can end the stream whenever you want. I'm gonna go eat. Seriously, thanks all the YouTubers watching. I know we're small but mighty, but we appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there. Be good to one another. Be kind. And we'll see y'all next time on Afternoons.
Bye.